And we're back with Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations,
Hi.
starring Lawrence.
I already said hi.
And George.
It's me, from the last episode.
And me, Rob, the person recording this bullshit.
And not Iffy Sadface.
Yeah. As before, if he's having audio issues, well, you'll know when he's back. Anyway,
Watch part 1.
Talk about Dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe here. Otherwise I'll keep it clean for you, sir. So where did you put this thing?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
Oh, so what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
so the fact that Gum-Hoe knows about it is not a big deal.
Right now, your body.
Ooh.
We only use some especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squishing my hopes and dreams.
I just told you there was no money in there.
I like money.
I won't rest until... Oh my fucking Christ. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad. Don't you find it a bit too clean?
Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust around it, but not on the keypad.
You there, forensic scientist!
Yes, sir.
You're fired.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Give your piece of this area for fingerprints.
You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. This person wipes.
Like front to back or back to front?
Yes.
Both. He does it both ways.
Oh.
As I thought, it appears that logic is the only way around the setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect with the dots with... Fucking Christ. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots to the information we have. There we go.
Lawrence
Jesus.
can't read.
It's because I'm reading it too fast.
Slow down.
Hey, sorry.
Right.
Sorry, Rob. Edgeworth calmly put the logic
Wiped
together.
fingerprints. The killer is gone.
Rob.
What?
He calmly put his logic together. Did you put it in the goblet of fire? I believe I've figured out what the murder was after.
Well, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe. Making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I would have known that the motive behind this breaking was a theft. Change what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime.
Okay. Signs of a struggle, motive, theft. Connect.
There is a possibility that the files displayed on this floor are not the result of the struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like... It could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. I'll shelve the files like you've never seen before, even at a library.
Okay, cool. Shut up. Stop it, Google.
Why
Fuck
do
off.
all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
No.
You're still here?
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do now is search for the truth. Now get out of my office. And my way.
Alright, I'm better now, Ants. So what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
How about leaving my office? First, we can't restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Here, let me help.
No, I don't want you to help. Don't touch my stuff.
This file goes here, and this book goes there.
You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Because I'm the only one who keeps it tidy, pal. Alright, done.
it appeared that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelves are still fresh.
Fresh as shit. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the print on the shelf.
The guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood that's on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Should clean it up.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm no good with blood, sir.
I don't give a shit, you pussy-ass bitch. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture, though. And it's obvious.
Went to the nosebleed, and I cried.
A nosebleed.
I have to deduce already? Okay.
Yes. Is this not somehow connected to any of them as I hold? The body. There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up.
What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
And that means... wait, what does it mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it's from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that has caused the problem with this bullet hole's position?
The order of the files.
Yes, good job, Rob. Have a cookie. I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, you see here how the files were shot begin with the number 0?
What are the... Oh, brain.
It's still me.
Shut up.
What are those doing in the way down there? After 1, 2, and 3. It's really weird.
Actually, the way they are organised right now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those right binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. And from this we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha, so that's it. I believe the killer made the incorrect assumption just as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out. Okay, Rob?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up how it was before?
This is the Lawrence and George shit show right now, is what this is. They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gum-Hoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files... Oh, fucking Christ, Gum-Hoe. Interjecting my line.
Yeah, I'm sorry, pal. And then put the files back in order. Numerical order, I guess.
Exactly, and then they proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man and... Oh.
Still me.
I can't see that...
Check the name tag, buddy.
I shut the fuck up.
Why would someone kill a man and then look for
Why would someone kill a man? No, why would someone kill a man?
Just full stop.
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime, but why? Now the crime scene was established...
Slow
I'm
down.
really depressed in the corner. It's not my fault my natural speaking speed is too fast.
I know.
Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. I'll try and slow down. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should be logically. Fuck.
We figured out that the killer went through your bookshelf twice.
Indeed. There are many things that the killer that did that not. I'm too tired for this.
Keep at
shit.
it, buddy.
Indeed, there are many things that the killer did that not. Oh my fucking god!
It's okay.
I need to drink something.
The Lord's fuck up a thought.
It's normally me, don't worry.
I make an entire movie of bloopers.
Jesus.
Indeed, there are many things the killer did that did not make sense. For the love of fucking Christ, I don't care.
Close
But to
enough.
figure out the whys, we must need the information. Oh my god. To in order to figure out the whys, we need the information.
We need more information.
I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm too busy fucking killing my head.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
Let's look at the name. This?
That? Wait, what is that?
Why does it have?
What does it say? Gum-Hoe in there in blood.
Gum-Hoe can read upside down?
That's not how you spell my name.
I'd say it's some pretty... Oh my god, now even I'm doing it. I'd say it's some incredibly incriminating evidence.
Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait. It's got to be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, please help me. Say something, sir.
You're sus, Gum-Hoe.
Alright, sorry.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
So, sir? What about me and my situation?
Guys, if you read it without the two things, it reads Gum-Hoe.
Gum-Hoe.
It's Gum-Hoe. Is this what the killer was really after?
Told you that's not how you spell my name.
Okay, Gum-Hoe. Yeah, it's Gum-Hoe.
We need to find the missing S.
Oh, fuck off, Google phone!
Apparently Gum-Hoe triggers fucking Google.
1 second.
Okay, Gum-Hoe.
I don't know if you'll hear this or not, but I'm about to perform an Olympic long toss javelin toss. I'll put it in my bed.
Looks like
I
Jim.
just used it in my bed.
Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse Detective Gum-Hoe of being the culprit, leave my office. I also sincerely hope you have proof to back it up.
Jim's words. They're more than enough, wouldn't you say?
He's not speaking, he's dead. That's pretty sus. Anyways, if that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it!
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. And I don't like it. And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out.
Yeah, as Mr. Edgeworth said, I'm too stupid to get away with murder.
It's true. What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. That's the other thing about this game, George. You also can cross-examine people outside of the courtroom. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
The fun part about that is that you get to say, "Shut up, bitch!" in like public.
Pretty much.
Ooh, how'd you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? Slowly, ideally.
Maybe some other time.
Mr. Portsman, if you are ready...
No, if you don't have time, you can just say so, sir.
We know how to cross-examine in this fucking show anyway.
It's easy.
Detective Gum-Hoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it'll be by his final words that you'll be brought to justice.
Okay, but I have this very decisive piece of evidence that makes it not Gum-Hoe. Portsman, you're sus. No, that's it. It's just he's sus. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer?
I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest.
Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There's no way Detective Gum-Hoe here is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Alright, so... Detective Gum-Hoe, you stole Jim's gun
What's
from
our
him and
evidence
shot him
again?
dead. What?
What's that evidence again?
Right now we have prosecutor badge, the crime scene notes where the bullet went clean through the body, the victim's revolver, but it's issued to the victim and delivered to the murderer weapon. Only one shot fired. He wouldn't. I believe the contradiction is that he wouldn't need to steal Buddy Faith's gun because Gum-Hoe already has a gun.
Yeah, but Gum-Hoe doesn't like his gun, so he wouldn't have it.
No, because Gum-Hoe keeps it on him still. He showed it to Pearl, remember?
Something like that.
There's the secret safe, and the Gum-Hoe didn't know about it. And also stolen file. Which, I don't really know what it is.
I think it's something related to... I mean,
you stole Jim's gun and shot him dead, but this seems pointless.
Yeah, I think that's not it. That's why I was like, I don't think this is it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It would behoove you to take a good look at this.
I see it, but I fail to see how it has anything to do with me.
I know, I'm going to shoot you. I feel you failing to understand this.
Present gun to Portsmouth.
I said, get out of my office.
You're not at the top of your game today, are you, Mr. Genius Prosecutor?
I can't allow him to dictate the pace here. I must remain calm. Only by doing so can I find the fatal flaw in his reasoning.
Alright, Gum-Hoe, stole Jim's gun. Further, you messed up the files. Okay,
yeah, because why would he mess up the... Here's the thing, why would he mess up the files?
I can't present logic, so...
No, Rob.
What?
Why would he mess up the files? Because, if he was messing up, why would he spell it out to read his name?
No, he didn't spell it out, because he's saying that Buddy was the one who spelled it. Oh wait, no, he didn't notice is the problem.
Yeah.
But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. But he would have had, because if Gum-Hoe stole the file, then he would have seen it.
Yes. That's what I was trying to point out.
You said something weird. You had a weird way of explaining it. That's fine, I've got it.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic.
Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem, I'm game.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me?
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this.
I'm sorry, my vision isn't 20/20.
Do you still mean... Do you still not see? If not, I may... Not me.
Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing
I hate
file?
how Wedra speaks, he's so confusing. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
He speaks concisely, which is not the way people speak. What? That's impossible!
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing?
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When together went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection! It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think that's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in Detective Gum-Hoe's name, where the file should be, is proof.
Yeah, I mean, yes is gone. There's only half a her.
Oh no, it still says Ho Gum-Hoe.
Oh.
If Detective Gum-Hoe really was the culprit of this case...
Detective Gum-Hoe.
Gum-Hoe. I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. That face.
Which means, what exactly? Was just maybe this dying message?
It makes it the work of the criminal intent on tampering with the scene of the crime.
That's so low, I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir.
No, I can.
I'm gonna get him. You'll see. I'm gonna get him.
Gonna get him. Well, Mr. Portsman?
Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold.
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't take the fact that you're sitting in my office and I want you to get out.
You win some, you lose some. That's how life goes.
Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive.
I mean, we can fix that. You got your gun on you?
Oh yeah, I do. Oh.
Yeah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However...
Is it... What? You still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
Yeah, that'll be me. But... The truth just proved me I'm innocent, pal.
That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
Then why do I sense that you're being a dick?
'Cause I am being a dick. Look at me take off my jacket, and on and again and down.
Why does he need to do this? This pisses me off. This
Well,
is one of the things that pisses me off.
Well, I was thinking, do I look better with the jacket on or off? And also,
I'm gonna go back to outside of my office.
Also, did you know there is one other person with a key to this office?
One other person?
Hey, you there! Yes, sir. What is it, sir?
You're fired.
You're fired! Oh. Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
A lady?
The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Wow.
Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal. Don't.
I'ma do
So
it.
long what?
What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh no, he brought the bitch!
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of the security.
Skeletor.
Fuck. We have no...
Alright, who can do Skeletor?
Jesus.
I mean, according to the sheet, Rob, it said that you were doing this person, apparently. and
I'm
that
doing
everything was
Detective
doing-
Maggie Bird? I mean, I guess I can do it. I can either do this. I can either do the Skeletor version, or I can attempt a regular
I think you
female voice.
typoed. We've got to go, we've got to go Skeletor. We've got to keep the spirit of...
Detective Gumshoe, sir.
Thank you.
Maggie?
Skeletor!
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight.
I see. And your point is, why did you bring Skeletor into my office?
My point is that she could have very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key which can open all the office doors in this building.
This isn't the Legend of Zelda. Get out of here.
What?
It's also not how key cuts work, I don't think.
It's not key card, I think it's keys.
No, I mean, if all the locks are different and you have a different key for each lock, then a master key would need to be very, very specific if it's also going to match the lock.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure
the
if that's how
master
key
key.
cutting works, but it
I don't
doesn't
know
seem
how
like it should
I
work.
don't know how keys work, no.
Because you have to have keys cut for specific locks.
I think it needs to be able to hit all the pins is kind of what it needs to do, like,
Yeah.
in order to turn the lock.
If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room!
Penny spirit.
Right,
Spirit.
it's only a
now.
cliche that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me, right? I did it, right?
Oh, gee.
Can we take that as a confession, Detective?
It wasn't really me, but it was me. Sure as hell wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. It was, and you've got no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Gumshoe doesn't know how to ride a bike.
And that's the worst part.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe wasn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
Just saying, George, have you noticed the stupid pun on his name yet?
What's his name?
Jacques Sportsman.
He's a sportsman?
Jock Sportsman.
Uh,
So you're saying she used the master key?
Incredibly
monkey.
incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
that was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me.
This is a courtroom.
No, it's not.
This is a debate. It is my courtroom. This is my office. Also, speaking of which, get out. I wonder if there's anyone else, other than Miss Bird, who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsmouth to give me more details is to press him. You're a failure in life, huh?
Bustle. Pretty obvious that Mr. Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Press.
Hold it! That key! And my beer. I'm going to get groceries from the grocery store.
I'll do that for you, sir.
Thank you. I'm back. Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies, plus I hate wasting time.
Ask more details, bitch.
Boss.
Not so fast. I
Foreshadowing! Sorry, carry on.
more time and I will kill you. Not so fast. I too am interested in hearing what Mr. Bird has... Mr. Bird has to say.
The birds. Excellent.
Didn't I just say that it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir.
What do you mean by missing?
What the fuck do you mean? What do I mean? As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portsmouth, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words.
I'm not
I can't believe
lying,
you're still in my
sir.
office.
Objection! If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
She vented.
She vented.
She vented.
Unlikely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it usually becomes someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test how bad her luck is.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
Is that what Mr. Portman says, Detective? Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counteract with a few facts of my own. Yeah, we do have a contradiction.
Yeah, because only prosecutors know about it.
Yeah.
Only they know them.
Yeah. Do you wish to continue listening to more that list is insisting not listening?
Try again.
No, I'm leaving. I'm fucking done with this shit.
I can take over if you really want me to, but...
No, I'm done. I'm done.
There he goes.
Stand back.
Oh, Jesus.
I wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something, and also, yeah, I don't need to... thing.
Why not? It's the truth, after all.
Oh,
It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway.
Sorry, I have to deal with something.
It's fine, you're back just in time.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors.
Ugh!
I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of a cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah. Even I didn't know about it herself, pal. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either.
Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That definitely is looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
Curses! Why? What made you...
Yo, what's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you say?
We were partners, like inseparable, conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes.
So that means...
Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claimed the victim was a thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far even in your risky profession.
Well, they still accusing Maggie of the murder.
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who probably had drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir.
Plus, even if it was a thief, he wouldn't have a key for the office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key.
Look at that face. I don't know. It looks like one of my old friends, like from secondary school. And it's kind of eerily similar. And it kind of concerns me.
Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless you retreated from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he no honor?
I've got victory. Who needs it? Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Get out of this office.
You get out of my office.
Yeah, you get out of this office. In the right, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, get out of my office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You are all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show.
Listen here, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be a...
You didn't have to calm yourself.
But sir...
You have no choice to accommodate his redesk for now, but just so you know...
His redesk.
Just so you know, you will be leaving my office tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene and get out of this office, I'd be most grateful.
If you touch my chess set, Mr. Portsman, I will kill you.
And if that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so.
Oh no, it's not a formal request, it's a promise.
Now, don't disappoint me here.
To be continued.
And we'll see you guys next time on Miles Edgeworth Investigations.
My jokes are terrible.